Whether you're a casual or serious gamer, looking for a gaming keyboard that suits your needs can be challenging, especially if you're on a tight budget. We've compiled a list of picks to help you find the best gaming keyboard under $100, and although some won't have extra features like more premium models, they're reliable for playing all your favorite games. When looking for a gaming keyboard, it's important to consider which types of switches you're most comfortable with, as some come in a range of mechanical switches, while others have rubber dome switches. In this video, we are going to show top 7 best budget gaming keyboards available on the market. And don't forget to check the product link in the description.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Number 1. Logitech G613. The Logitech G613 Lightspeed is a good overall gaming keyboard. Its wireless design is great if you want to reduce the number of cables on your desk. The proprietary Logitech Roamer G tactile mechanical switches have a very short pre-travel distance, which is good for gaming. Some people might also feel like the switches are a bit mushy and don't provide satisfying tactile feedback. This keyboard is very versatile because you can use it with its dongle or via Bluetooth, meaning it can work with a wide range of devices. However, its non-removable wrist rest makes it quite large and difficult to carry around. Unfortunately, it operates on disposable batteries and lacks backlighting. The Logitech G613 is subpar for mobile devices and tablets. Although it's Bluetooth compatible and works on iOS, iPadOS, and Android, the keyboard is quite large and might not fit in some backpacks. The Logitech G613 is inadequate for use with a home theater PC. However, it lacks a trackpad, so you'll need a dedicated mouse to navigate the user interface. The Logitech G613 is a good gaming keyboard. Its Roamer G tactile switches have a short pre-travel distance and a low actuation force, which makes the keyboard feel responsive. Unfortunately, the build quality is just okay, and the lack of backlighting may be troublesome for those who play late at night, in the dark. Number 2. Logitech G413. You might be one of those people who like having a numpad, in which case the Logitech G413 is a good choice. While it's an older model by peripheral standards, its performance isn't outdated. Thanks to its exceptionally low latency and sensitive Roamer G tactile switches, games feel responsive and fluid while you play. It also comes with a few nice additional features, including a USB pass-through so you can plug in a device, like a headset or mouse receiver, directly into the keyboard for better cable management. The Logitech G413 is a very straightforward mechanical keyboard. It features tactile Roamer G switches that have a very smooth bump and offer a good overall typing experience. However, the board can only light red, which is disappointing if you prefer full RGB lighting. On the upside, it's fairly well built and is compatible with the G-Hub software that allows some customization settings, like macros on function keys. The Logitech G413 is a great gaming keyboard. It features Roamer G switches that have a smooth bump for tactile feedback and have a quick actuation point. The board is well built and features red backlighting. Unfortunately, you can't use any key to set macros and need to use the functions keys, which isn't ideal for most. Number 3. Corsair K57. The Corsair K57 RGB wireless gaming keyboard is a decent gaming keyboard that has features found on higher-end keyboards, but with rubber dome switches. It has full RGB backlighting and individually lit keys, which you can customize from its software. Every key, except for the Windows lock key, is macro programmable, and there are 6 extra dedicated macros on the left side. Unfortunately, the keys are heavy to press, feel mushy, and it could get tiring typing on this keyboard for a long period. However, this keyboard can connect with up to 3 devices at once via Bluetooth and its USB receiver, and it remains connected to your Bluetooth devices even when it's plugged in. The Corsair K57 is good for programming. Every key, except for the Windows lock key, is macro programmable, and there are 6 dedicated macro keys, too. The Corsair K57 is a decent gaming keyboard. It has all the features you would expect in a gaming keyboard, like full RGB lighting with individually lit keys. All keys, except for the Windows lock key, are macro programmable, and there are 6 dedicated macros on the left side. Unfortunately, the rubber dome switches are heavy to press and don't deliver the quickest gaming experience. Number 4. Razer Sinosa V2. The Razer Sinosa V2 is a great wired gaming keyboard with full RGB backlighting and programmable macros. It has rubber dome switches that feel light to type on, but may feel too mushy for some people and can be compared to the generic keyboards that accompany most PC purchases. It has programmable macros and full RGB backlighting, both of which can be customized in the Razer Synapse 3 companion software. Unfortunately, there's no onboard memory, and it feels cheap. Overall, this could be a great choice for casual gaming but isn't suited for competitive hardcore gamers. The Razer Sinosa V2 is a decent keyboard for programming. Typing quality is only okay, and you shouldn't feel any fatigue over extended periods. Build quality is also just okay, as it's made of cheap plastic and uses ABS plastic keycaps. The Razer Sinosa V2 is bad for use with a home theater PC. It's a wired-only keyboard, which isn't ideal if your couch is a good distance away from the computer. Also, it doesn't have a trackpad for navigation. The Razer Sinosa V2 is a great keyboard for gaming. Despite scoring much better than the original Razer Sinosa Chroma, it offers a very similar typing experience and feels almost identical. It has customizable RGB backlighting. Unfortunately, it uses ABS plastic keycaps, which feel very slippery. Also, the switches are very light and may not be the best choice for hardcore gaming. Number 5. HyperX Alloy Origin 60. The HyperX Alloy Origin 60 is a compact 60% mechanical gaming keyboard. Thanks to its aluminum body, it feels fantastically well built. It uses HyperX red linear switches which feel very light and responsive, and they require less force to actuate than other linear switches do. It has full RGB backlighting with an extremely customizable brightness level, letting you bring the minimum brightness to 1%, which isn't something we see on most keyboards. The click latency is incredibly low, so it should feel very responsive while gaming. You can set macros to any key you want using the Ingenuity software, however, its customization software is only available on Windows. Unfortunately, while it has 2 inclined settings, it doesn't come with a wrist rest. The HyperX Alloy Origin 60 is very good for programming. This very well-built keyboard uses HyperX red linear switches that feel very light and shouldn't cause any fatigue. The HyperX Alloy Origin 60 is fantastic for gaming. This very well-built keyboard uses HyperX red linear switches, which feel very light and responsive. It has an incredibly low click latency, full RGB backlighting, and you can set macros to any key through the Ingenuity software. Unfortunately, while it has 2 inclined settings, it doesn't come with a wrist rest. Number 6. Razer Huntsman Tournament. The absolute best budget gaming keyboard we've tested is the Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition. As it's an older model in Razer's flagship Huntsman lineup, this keyboard has all the premium features of a high-end board, like a hard plastic body, aluminum top plate, and durable PBT keycaps, but at a nice budget price point. Plus, its 10 keyless form factor frees up space on your desk for better flick shots or sweeping mouse movements. The Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition is a superb gaming keyboard that features Razer's proprietary linear optical switches. These switches provide a responsive typing and gaming experience, however, some may find them overly sensitive, as they can often cause unintended keystrokes to register. The Razer Huntsman T is decent for programming. It's very easy to type on and doesn't cause any fatigue. The keyboard's build quality is excellent, but there is some rattling on certain keys. The Razer Huntsman T is an exceptional gaming keyboard. The keys are extremely responsive and light, and they can all be programmed via the Synapse 3 software. The full RGB backlighting is great for darkroom gaming, and the double-shot PBT keycaps are sure to last a long time, with no risk of the key legends fading or chipping. Number 7. Cooler Master CK552. The Cooler Master CK552 is the best budget mechanical keyboard for most users. It's a full-sized gaming keyboard with RGB backlighting, an aluminum top plate, and a 5.9-foot USB 2.0 cable. It comes with Gateron switches in red, blue, or brown. Our review unit came equipped with Gateron red switches that proved responsive during gaming, so much so that our review occasionally pressed keys they didn't mean to. This also means it stumbled a bit during heavy typing sessions. Choosing a different switch type might help, but the other switch options are more difficult to find online at this time. Good for gamers and enthusiasts, the CK552 features onboard memory that can store up to 4 profiles and on-the-fly controls that make it easy to record macros and control the backlighting. It's also compatible with the Cooler Master Portal utility. Cooler Master's got a pretty sweet entry-level board on its hands though. Sure, more can get you the Cougar Attack X3 RGB, which has a more traditional placement for its media keys, a pack-in wrist rest, and Cherry MX switches. But the wrist rest is the only feature I truly missed while giving the CK552 a spin, and that's easily remedied with any number of third-party options. Not to mention the fact that the CK552 is a lot prettier than the Attack X3's faux industrial look.